Hello, this is Smoke Slow again. And of course, I'm talking about my main man, Kennedy, our president from 1963. Killed, murdered, assassinated, snuffed out, pill in the head. Okay, November 22nd, 1963. Alright? Okay, let's play a soundtrack. Let's play a soundtrack here.
Josiah Thompson analyzed this problem in his book 6 Seconds in Dallas, considered one of the most perceptive analyses of the assassination. As a private investigator, Thompson has worked on over 100 murder cases. He helped examine Kennedy's murder for Life magazine. Some of his arguments are based on FBI test results.
Well, here's the problem. The mechanical firing time of the rifle, as tested by Frazier of the FBI. By mechanical firing time, we mean just this. Boom, push the bolt, and pull the trigger again. The necessary minimum mechanical firing time is 2.3 seconds. If you add on to that realistic additions, such as reacquiring the target in the scope, and secondly, zeroing in the crosshairs to permit accurate shooting, you're now no longer at 2.3 seconds, you're up at 3 or 4 seconds between shots on this rifle. You're just given the Zapruder film, there wasn't enough time for this rifle to get out 2 shots in that time interval.
Interesting, huh? See, you got to figure out on when he talks about reacquiring the target, that means Kennedy's head or body, okay, a part of Kennedy, and to redo that and refocus on it, not to mention the, the rebolting of that, which he already spoke of, 2.3 seconds, just to reload the gun and get it back out the window, and then to reacquire the target, which means re-aiming it, getting it zoomed down on the president's head, body, okay, and get the crosshairs on it and stuff. You're talking a minimum of 4 seconds, okay? They say in all their tapes and stuff, investigations and stuff, it was 6 seconds that this all took place with just 3 shots, okay? Now, they also say, too, in some of the tapes that I've seen, that there wasn't even 3 shots, okay? There was the magic bullet. There was the one through the back of the neck that came out the throat, and the other one, or maybe that was the one that went through the back of Kennedy, his neck area, out his throat, hit Connolly, okay, hit him, went through his chest, out the other side of his chest, hit him in the wrist, fractured that, skipped over to the left, and stuck in his leg, okay, something like 7 bullet holes and damage, and yet they say it's the pristine bullet, which means it basically could just about be reloaded again because of the less damage done to it. I'm trying to think of a word for that. The no damage to the bullet tip, so it could basically be reused again. Another thing, not Kennedy, but Oswald and Ruby both worked for the FBI. Okay. At the same time, also there was a cop who died. He was the youngest cop in Dallas history. His name is Roger Craig, Look him up on YouTube. Roger Craig. Okay, he told the truth and found the rifle and was murdered in 1975. Let me see. He made deputy sheriff, okay, after only, I think, 1.5 years on the force. He made deputy sheriff. A real good guy. You watch his interviews, you can tell he's talking the real shit. And that's the reason why he got killed for it. He owned 2 pistols, being either, I haven't been able to find out if he quit the force, the police force, or he was fired or what. But he owned 2 pistols. Okay, he was an ex-cop. Alright? So he owned 2 pistols. But yet they're saying, now he was shot by a rifle. Come back here. Where's that camera going? He was shot by a rifle, and yet he owned 2 pistols, but yet it was ruled a suicide in his autopsy. Do you realize how hard and how long of an arm you'd have to get your finger on that trigger? Not to mention, you know, just holding the gun to your chest or whatever. Okay? He had no reason to do that. You look him up. I won't go into that because there's too much to go into. It was like they even put out, there's parts that the day the president was killed, Roger Craig's life ended. And you have to look into it. Okay? Also, there's another thing also, is how the press in the police station on the 22nd, okay, 23rd, 24th or whatever, at the request, not at the orders of the police, but at the request, and all the press agreed to stop asking Oswald questions. Okay? Think about that. We'll never know his side of the story. And yet, look at your newspapers nowadays, these rag mags and all that, you know, the Star and, what is it, National Enquirer, all of these magazines, okay? They'll get run over by, what's-her-face out there in California, you know, Britney Spears, okay? They don't care what they have to do to get, you know, any kind of words and pictures, and okay, you say they're not the real press, but the press goes after it. You know, take like, I don't know, I was going to say TMZ. All right. The press's job is to get the answers, not to say no. Okay, we're just going to stand around and. You know, whatever we happen to overhear or whatever, you know, is that okay? You know? No good. No good. Alright? Also, with the rifles in the suppository, as I call it, the school book suppository, okay, for like 2 or 3 days after the hit on the president, they were calling it the Mauser. Okay, the German Mauser rifle, all right, which was a 7.65 millimeter bullet. You know, the casing to the tip or whatever. Okay, 7.65. The Carcano was a 6.5 Italian-made rifle. Okay, so for a couple of days after the president was hit, they're saying it's a Mauser. Okay, right after that, the Mauser disappeared when the casings they discovered didn't match the rifle. Okay, because there were 2 different calibers, 2 different sizes. It's like, basically, to put it quick to you, it's the difference between a cigar and a cigarette, the thickness of it. All right. Okay, the Mauser disappeared. was never heard from again, never seen from again. Okay? I'm going to have to hang up from here now. But these people wake up out there, okay? Our presidents are really getting away with it, and it is in the government, okay? I'll be in touch with you. I hope I can upload this this video. Okay, this is Smoke Slow. God bless you all that deserve it, okay? And me too. Amen.